Greetings, Matt and RC, and today I'll be taking you through a quick review of John Carter, opening theaters this week. John Carter is not a very good film, folks. It seems that Hollywood today is so desperate to find new genres and new franchises to latch themselves onto that sometimes they don't quite get it right. This film, starring Taylor Kitsch and Lynn Collins, takes place on two worlds, both the post-Civil War Earth and on Mars. John Carter is transported to Mars to help fight a civil war that is ongoing there after his Confederacy loses the battle in America. I have to tell you, though, the film is not really good, and it fails on a bunch of different levels. Number one, the story is really hard to follow. This is not really made for kids, and even still, I think adults will have trouble following portions of it. I think another major issue is the casting. Lynn Collins is absolutely gorgeous, but she is not a leading lady, at least not yet. Taylor Kitsch, same thing. You know, both these guys starred in X-Men Origins Wolverine, and we all know how that turned out. So these guys are not quite made for leading roles quite yet. In fact, Mark Strong, who plays a priest in the movie, by the way, that whole side story is poorly written. He outacts everybody he comes into contact with in this film. So when you have supporting actors doing better than your lead actors, that's definitely a problem. The other thing about this film is the CGI. For a $300 million movie, you would think that they would have done a better job. The main issue here is any scene involving John Carter jumping around on Mars. As you know, Mars has less gravity than Earth, so people should be able to jump. Well, as a result, John Carter can jump 50, 60 feet in the air. Strangely enough, he doesn't float out into the atmosphere. Those scenes actually look horrible, as if they were unfinished in the screening that I saw, but we were told it was a final product and it was going in the can, so something definitely happened there. Those scenes they look unfinished, and in my opinion, you can definitely see that played out in the movie every time John Carter jumps. It doesn't look real. The other issue is one that really gets me, and that is Hollywood's continuing desire to George Lucas their films by adding cutesy characters that don't need to be there. Central to John Carter is this giant slobbering Martian dog that runs really fast and chases John Carter around the planet as he's trying to save the planet. The problem is the dog is not necessary. It's made for small kids. Small kids shouldn't be seeing this film. They won't get it, and so therefore the slobbering dog doesn't work. I don't believe that the original book had a giant slobbering alien dog in it, and to me it really ruins the film. The screening that I saw, most people were laughing at scenes that really had more dramatic effect, and so when you begin to see people and hear people laughing in a screening with scenes having nothing to do with comedy, you know that the film is not destined to be very good. At the very least, this film is a rehash of every science fiction film you've ever seen. So you can really save yourself some money and not see this film. I also think that in order for this franchise to go forward, they're going to have to do some serious recasting or write a story that's more comprehensible if they do intend to do a part two. If not, Hollywood will do what it normally does, which is hit the reboot button and try a few years later. They do seem very good at that. If you're on Twitter, you can catch me at the address below. I also write for a website called onepercase.net. We write about all things cool and all things awesome. Coming up very soon, we're going to be doing an entire month of Marvel, getting ready for the Avengers. So we hope to see you on there. This is Matt and RC. Peace!